Hello, my dear friends. My name is Adam, and this is YouTube channel Adam Fusman. In the previous videos, I disclosed my experience about my passing examination for business and law exam in Nevada. As you know, maybe one of you don't know, I'm a licensed contractor in many states like California, Hawaii, Arizona, Texas, Florida, and in the near future I'll be licensed contractor in the Nevada state as well. But I would like in this video to share my experience about the passing exams on all of these states, because I'm going to get passed as well in the future the states of Georgia and North Carolina. So the first license I got, it was in California about 6 years ago, and it was most hard exam in my life because during the 1 month I have to get through the lot of information, and I didn't know very well English. I still barely speaking English, as you hear. So I would say, because right now I'm a licensed contractor of state of California in trades of HVAC, electrical, and GC, general contractor. These are my licenses in the states of California. But I would say all experience and hardness of the passing examination for the contractor license in state of California is about 4 out of 10, the hardness. So it's pretty straightforward. You cannot use any open books during the exam, no any reference books. What you will just get in your exam, you will just have a big booklet with with all things as a reference for the task in the exam. So each exam here in California, there's 2 exams. One of these is trade and another one is business law. So I say, so the business and law, and for me, for example, overall, it's like a 4 out of 10. There's no such of the reference books, as I said, but trade, I would evaluate about like a 3 out of 10 overall, and the business and the law, I would evaluate 5 out of 10, the hardness of these exams. So the next one state is Texas state. So this is the most easiest exam for a HVAC license in the United States I ever had. And I would say it's like about 2 out of 10. Why? Because this is just a complex exam. Together with trade and business and law together, there is about maybe 2 hours exam, and it is combined. About 60 questions overall. Because, for example, if we get back to the California is trade exam is 3.5 hours, and business and law is 3.5 hours too. Texas, you can use open book. I mean, use any book you can bring with you. So your thing is bring as many books as you can, and there is a very easy questions like what phases in 3-phase electricity. Like, if you know the answer, just keep the answer below this video. So 60 questions. I don't remember actually how many questions was in the California state. I believe is about 80 something here, but it's pretty straightforward and doable. What about the Florida? The Florida in my chart, it's all the time will be 10 out of 10. And this is a most harder exams for contractor license in the United States, by my opinion, because I went through all these states through here. So there's a trade exam, which is relatively easy as well, but this is a kind of 6.5 with 120 questions, and law exam 7 hours, I believe, and 120 questions as well. And each of these exam I passed. I believe the trade exam I passed for the second try, but the business and law was the most difficult exam all over the states, and I passed in third try. Maybe I will be able to get it passed through from the second try, but I was sick with COVID these times, and I have some trouble issue with my brain this time. This maybe took me longer than I was expected. But you can bring all the books here too. All the books and for the Florida exam, so this why it's kind of could be someone easy as well, but it's just a very long exam. And here, if the passing score in California, you have to get 66%. In Texas, there is a 70%. And here you have to get 70% as well, which is kind of fine. But same time, it's relatively very hard to get through all the way, all the here in the business and law. There's more calculations, more kind of out of these questions, which is kind of neat with your brain, more harder than the other one exams. Let's get back to the chart. What about the Hawaii? Hawaii, I would say there is about 4 out of 10, because this is kind of exam 2, and there is no any books you can bring to the exam. The trait is kind of simple as well, but there is some issue with this exam because there is no such of the course you can prepare yourself to these Hawaiian exams. And business and law, same, kind of 4 out of 10. There is a kind of 2 for each, 2 hours exam. You can go through them like separately. Beauty of this exam as well, you can try today, you can try tomorrow, you can try after tomorrow, and the questions are repeatedly like you meet all of them like one day or one after, and you're gonna like remember what was wrong in each question, and you will just will for these questions one more time. In Florida, the most hardest thing, if you fail, you can re-exam after 2 or 3 months. Maybe the best option I had after 1 month after I failed. So this is why the Florida it's most hardest, because you fail, you have to reapply, the board have to accept your application one more time, they have to schedule, blah blah blah. The Florida it's most Jesus Christ exam I ever had. Arizona is the 1 out of 10. I didn't get past the exam for trade in Arizona because I'm a contractor of the state of California. This is why I the trade exam, because I just have a waiver for that, and I just get business and law exam, which is just online, and you can get it very easily. So this is 1 out of 10. Nevada, which as I recently passed, I believe I have to get the trade exam soon, which is 3.5 hours, and business and law was 2 hours with 60 questions, and passing rate is 75. And Hawaii exam is 75% passing rate as well, which is the highest passing rate in all over the states. So business and law, Nevada, 2 hours exam, 60 questions, I would get rate about 3 out of 10. Yeah, no, that's a bit easier. 2 out of 10. So something like this, I'm just sharing my experience during all these examinations, so you don't have to be judge me if I'm smarter than you or stupider than you. I will have in the future the experience with Georgia State and North Carolina State, so stay tuned. Please subscribe and press like button for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.